I'm hiking in the Los Osos Oaks again today. A couple weeks ago, I went on a docent-led hike, and the docent mentioned that at one time an old adobe sat back in this oak woodland and was occupied for a good many years, probably up into the 1900s. And just walking back here, I came across this cast iron pipe. And there's also pieces of lumber, old rotten lumber. But this old pipe, I'm just wondering, I don't think it would have been, it's too big for water. It's probably about a 6-inch diameter. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe this isn't the outfall for a sewer. If they occupied it into the 1900s. Let's see, here's looks like a galvanized, yep. Looks like a piece of galvanized pipe. So it's staked in place so it can't move around. Here's a weld. And it is still going up this hill. I can't imagine why there would have been a pipe like this. Water? Maybe getting water, moving water from somewhere, I don't know. Maybe water from a creek. It's up above ground here. Here's another weld. Not sure how far this pipe goes. See, there's some more timber over there, the lumber. Pipe still going up this hill. Big wood rat den. Coming across a section of trail here. I don't know what trail this is. This is kind of a confusing piece of property. It's about 90 acres and the trails are not real well defined. Okay, now see, I don't see the pipe anymore. I've worked my way around to the other side. There's the woods rat's den, and there's the pipe. So it goes right into the wood rat den. It should pop out on the other side over here. Unless it just goes down under the earth here somewhere. Let's go up here a little ways. The docents think that this is the location where the 1858 shootout between members of the Jack Powers gang and vigilantes from San Luis Obispo fought. This woodland belonged to the Rancho La Cañada de los Osos, which was owned by a Captain John Wilson, who was also called Juan Wilson. And he had a partner named Victor Linares. Vicar Linares' son, Pio Linares, was a member of the Jack Powers gang. So when the gang was found out and identified, they'd been secretly robbing cattle buyers coming into the area and murdering them, and then driving off their cattle and taking their money and then selling the cattle. When they were found out, Linares and a couple of the gang members took off and came out here to the ranch to hide, and vigilantes received information. After about 3 days, the outlaws approached a shepherd on the ranch here and gave him some cash and asked him to go buy food for them. Well, he went and told the vigilantes about the outlaws' presence on the ranch, and on June 12th, 1858, after about 2 or 3 days of trying to get into this wood, every time they tried to penetrate the woods and go after these guys, they'd be fired on. So it took them a while to accomplish it. This is a really big 90-acre grove of ancient oaks, and it's real easy to get lost in here. And it's not as dark as it was, but back in the day it used to have such a thick foliage before the droughts that it was like darkness in here. So it would have made a really great place to hide. Here we go. We're on the Oak View Trail. And that's the Los Osos Creek Trail. That's coming off at a right angle. But I think, I know in the accounts that I've read, one of the historians wrote that about the shepherd, and I kind of wonder if the shepherd didn't maybe live in a little line shack out here in the woods, maybe an old adobe that was built for shelter, and he lived out here running the sheep around. So maybe that would make sense if there was an old adobe out here. And an adobe wouldn't last very long. It probably was knocked down. If it was a shepherd's cabin, it was probably a one-room arrangement just for a shelter. Anyway, a little bit of interesting history. Who knows? It's just fun to ponder and look around. And of course, it's a beautiful day. A little gray and overcast, but that's making it nice and cool, and the bird life is singing. And so I'm going to continue with my hike. So we'll talk to you later.